Hello everyone, welcome to the reading. This reading will be about Jennifer Lopez. She brought up her husband, or rather her ex-husband, Marc Anthony. And she was saying that it was a difficult time for her, I guess during the separation. She said something like, if I'm correct, she had 3 or 2 kids, and I guess she didn't know what was going to happen next. I mean, lucky for her, right? Luckily for her, she had money. But I'm going to be looking into the energy to see what is she trying to obtain and bringing this up. And how does her ex-husband, Marc Anthony, feel about her bringing up his name? And I want to see what was happening during the time when they were together. Before I get into those questions, let me just look and see, like, spiritually, what can we see as far as, like, what's going on with this woman spiritually, or what does she need to know spiritually, or what's needed spiritually? Like, what's going on with this Jennifer Lopez woman? All right, sideways card. So it's going to be interesting, right, to see what's going on with her. All right. All right, we have a lot of sideways cards. They're all sideways cards. You guys know what I say about sideways cards if you've been watching my reading, but let's get to this one first. Okay, self-discipline. Could there be a lack of self-discipline? Not only that, but this is also an energy of almost like trying to nurture yourself. She's trying to nurture herself. So there is a vibe of where she feels like she's supporting herself. She's trying to nurture herself. You know what I mean? So that's significant, right? Even though she's trying to nurture herself, right? Trying to cradle herself, right? Love herself. She still needs some self-discipline, right? Because I'm seeing that she feels sorry for herself. Now, I know some people might ask, is this narcissism? Like, what's going on? I'm not going to get into all that. You know, let's just see if whatever the energy shows, right? Let's do it that way. So what I'm seeing here is a woman that genuinely feels sorry for herself. So fascinating, right? Now let's see this one. Natural humility. It's a concept she doesn't understand. You know what I mean? You see how, like, this woman here, this is a woman, which is fascinating, looks dumbfounded at, like, the concept and introspection and all that, looking at herself here. This Jennifer chick, I mean, I don't know. This natural humility, is she lacking it? Because, you know, a sideways card represents things that's not right, right? So it's kind of just like, maybe she needs some self-discipline, right? You know, I'm trying to be kind here. I'm not trying to be crazy. Let me just say that right away, because I know what the energies is telling me. But, you know, I just kind of just want to be more relaxed. I don't want to do the most, right? So what it's saying here is that, you know, she's lacking self-discipline. It's saying that, okay, like, yeah, you could feel sorry for yourself. You could feel bad for yourself, but you're still lacking self-discipline, right? And the natural humility is not there. You know, she doesn't even understand that concept. So it's funny that this is kind of like questions that people sometimes bring up. Like, how genuine is she? And she has no humility. And I'm seeing that is lacking here. What else can we see? Change. Things have been brought to her attention. I'm seeing that things are always being brought to her attention. But again, she just doesn't understand it. You see how this person is, like, dumbfounded again? It's kind of like, huh? I don't know. It's something like she's not learning the lessons of whatever the lessons she needs to understand. Not just that. 3's Gemini energy. It represents your mind and all of that. I don't know. Maybe there's something off, right? Maybe there's a screw that's loose. You know, people, they look at this woman and sometimes they see her as a monster, and people are seeing through her for what she is as far as particular aspects. But this is actually a very beautiful dimension to what's happening here, because it's saying that she's probably not really aware of what's going on. Like, there's screws missing here, right? I mean, look at the imagery. You know, like even if like whatever, like if you just want to go by the imagery, if you look at the imagery here, she feels sorry for herself. Not just that, the introspection of self. She's looking at herself, but it's like a dumbfounded look. Kind of like, huh? Oh, really? Interesting. Like she's like that. And then again, more confusion and a dumbfounded look. So she is missing some screws, guys. I'm not just being jacked up here. The self-observance. This whole situation with her talking about exes and all of that, I don't know who she's speaking with, right? She's either speaking to somebody, some sort of therapist or something, but someone's trying to have her break down and understand why things aren't working. So whoever this person is, and this is why I'm getting intuitively, is saying like, look at yourself, understand your decisions, understand your pain. You know, a lot of times when people go to therapists, it's one dimensional, right? It's always about kind of like looking at your pain and how you were hurt and how that person's wrong. And usually what that end up doing is creating narcissists. You know what I mean? And sometimes what it also creates is like people that don't have a full perspective of things, right? There's two sides to a coin. You know, sometimes a picture has multiple facets. It's not just a flat situation of good and evil. You were good, that person's bad. Sometimes therapists do that because a lot of people, even for me doing readings, it's funny. Like sometimes people don't like doing personal readings, not celebrity readings, because like I'm serious. Like when I do personal readings, I'm not like how I am with celebrity readings, right? But you know, like sometimes people can do certain things, right? It's telling me I shouldn't like speak about certain things because like this to be certain people's situation, right? That come to me, a few actually. And let me just say, for like obviously you guys are watching me because this is how you found me. I'm not judging, and you guys know, right? Like I've never judged, I never talked to you crazy in the reading because of what I'm about to bring up. So don't be like, you know, like, oh, like, you know, Jay's being a douchebag. No. Because if I did, yeah, that wouldn't be cool, right? Not just that, then yeah. All my readings, not like, you know, it is what it is. I never tell you guys anything bad. I never be like, oh, like you're a fool, or oh, you're a homewrecker. I never say nothing crazy like that at all, right? But what I see is like sometimes people mess with married men. Sometimes they desire married men or they entertain married men. It's a lot of that happens, right? And it's kind of just like, you know, like it's not necessarily right? It is what it is. Like I never hit you guys over the head about it, but there's a lot of things that people do that's not right and legit, and the energies even be telling you guys like maybe you need to do something different, right? But again, I be professional, so I don't be like how I be with my readings and shit. I don't be like, oh, you know, this is stupid and all that shit. You know, I don't be doing all that. But you guys know who you are. So it's kind of just like people need to take accountability, though. You know what I mean? There is a such thing as accountability. It just is what it is. And I'm not trying to be on a high horse. It just, like, what am I supposed to do, right? This is a service field, right? This is like me providing a service and stuff, right? And this has to do, like, you know, this is a service about, like, life and stuff. People want to know, like, what's finna happen or what's something they're struggling with or different things, right? It's like, you know, communication and shit. It's almost like I'm a therapist in a way, but better, because at least you get like the energies and it's really directed at you and you can see things. It's not just someone telling you bullshit that you can't apply to your life. When I pull these cards, you can apply it to your situation if you desire to. So when I say things like personal accountability, I'm not coming to it on a high horse, right? But at the same time, I'm not going to be talking about like, oh, you know, I struggle with this, or oh, like, you know, I might eat too much chocolate cake. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I might drink too much iced tea. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't going to like, you know, I'm not going to be talking about myself. Like, you know, it's like, what the fuck? You know, like we all have our problems and stuff. So when I say things like personal accountability, it's not on no high horse. You know, it is what it is. But yeah, as I was saying though, like a personal accountability is a big thing here. This self-observance. Someone's been telling her, either a therapist, like, oh, look at things and stuff. And that's cool, but I'm seeing it as one-dimensional as well. Because it's kind of just like, I don't know. She still feels like she's some sort of victim. Is there anything else we can see before I start answering like particular questions and stuff? Or asking particular questions. Sorry, guys. My mind be off sometimes. What can I see? What can we see? What else is going on with this woman's situation spiritually? Can we see? Okay, she needs to understand that she can't control things. She's trying to control an image. She's trying to form perception. This woman is very controlling. She wants to control people's perceptions. She wants to control how she's seen. And usually when you try to do that, usually it fails. And what you're trying to control, people usually think like, it's kind of like if someone say, oh, I'm not a liar, I'm not a liar, I'm not a liar. Then people are going to be like, oh, that person's a liar. It don't matter how much you say it, So it's the same thing with this. Like, I don't know. She's trying to form something here. She feels like she can control things. So, she needs to work on that. What else can we see? Unfinished business. A lot of what she's doing as well is because she has some sort of vendetta. She hasn't worked through the energy. She's still dealing with it. She's holding these energies. So this is why, like, she would bring up particular people or particular things. Like, I think she even did this in the past, and I was going to come back to YouTube for it, but I decided not to because I was like, I'm good. Right. But a few months ago, she said something like, oh, like she was talking about her marriages that weren't working. And people was just like, why do you always try to make it seem like the men are a problem? Like when it's, two people in a relationship. And I think her first husband, I believe, like one of her first husbands, like before she was really famous, I guess, was saying that he really tried for her and that she was the one cheating. And I was going to come and have a reading to look into that, but I decided not to, right? But here we are now, so we're having a reading about this. But what I'm seeing here is this is a vendetta. She does have unfinished business going on. She's holding on to energy as well. So it's kind of just like she's trying to release this energy, but she's still holding on to, like, energies. What else can we see? I told you guys this is a powerful deck. I don't know the name of it. If you want to ask me in the comment section, I'll look at the box and then I'll, does this even come in the box? I'm not sure. But yeah, I think I got it from Amazon. So I'll look at my Amazon history and find the name of it. So if anyone wants to know. But yeah, I just don't remember it now. I don't remember the name for none of these decks, honestly. Someone asked me in the comment section. I told them like a few days ago what this deck was. It's the Osho Zen Tarot. And I think I even had to Google it. Yeah, I Googled it because I knew it was the Osho, but I forgot the name of it. So yeah, but this one, I don't know the name of this deck. This deck is really cool though because a YouTuber, can you believe that? A YouTuber made this particular deck. Again, I don't know the name, but if you ask me, I can tell you. A YouTuber, he does like readings and stuff. Like the whole, I forget what type of readings he do actually, because it's been years ago since I got this deck. But he does YouTube spiritual type of readings, I guess, and he made this deck. And this one just looked like a cool Egyptian deck, and I got that one. I love like ethnic themed decks and stuff. I don't know if you guys notice, I be having like all sorts of interesting decks and shit. From like a South American themed decks and stuff. I love that shit. I love ethnic skin too. I don't know. I just think it's like the most like sexiest, beautiful skin ever. Like I love like dark type of like tan or like real dark chocolate skin. Like I love that shit. That shit is like, I don't know. It's really sexy to me. Like real shit. Like I think Indians have like sexy ass skin. Africans, and I even think like the real dark people from like South America, like that skin is fucking sexy as hell. Like I don't know, I just like that skin. European skin is cool too, Like I'm not like talking crap about no one's like skin. I'm just saying like what I like for myself personally. Like I just love like ethnic skin and shit. Like it's just sexy as fuck. It's erotic and shit. Okay, it's telling me focus on the energies and shut up, right? Like where did that come from? The pulse of life energy. She is trying to work on herself, guys. We got to be real. She is trying to like work things out and trying to understand things. This isn't someone just, she kind of have a vendetta at the same time. Multiple things are happening here. It's not just flat again. But I'm seeing that she is really trying to work on herself. Not just that, this seduction and addiction. There is a vibe where I'm seeing, what type of energy is this? It's not that word I'm thinking about. It's what is that word? It's when you're like obsessive compulsive or something like that. I forget the name of it, my bad. Like when some people kind of stay focused on a thing, like sometimes they say Scorpios are like this. Like I'm seeing someone that's like that. I know this says seduction and addiction, but I'm seeing someone that like stays stuck on some things. Like, so it's kind of just like, let's just say if she has something in her heart about something that she, dealt with as far as like a romantic interest, like she obsessed over it. She obsessed over just like the bad. She obsessed over it. Like she could be stuck. So I'm seeing a person that like, yeah, and then she like puts it away too, like in her like mental cabinet type of energy. It's kind of just like, okay, like let's say if she's feeling whatever she's feeling, right? Whatever it may be, from obviously it's bad and negative, but it's kind of just like whatever she's feeling, she like stores it away and then she revisits it. So let's just say like if she says something like, if she's thinking like, oh, but you didn't like, give me anything on our anniversary, like that would bother her. Like she'll store that away and then she'll bring it out for when she needs you. Like it's like that type of energy. Like she obsesses over things, right? So I'm seeing someone that obsesses over things. So she needs to work on that. What was going on in her marriage with Marc Anthony? Let me get Marc Anthony's perspective. What was going on from his perspective? Let's just see. Can I go? Yeah, hold on, go back. I mean, he feels like she's evil. He feels like all she cared about was the money. He feels like that was the only thing like she was worried about, and that was the only thing like almost on her mind, and she surrounded herself with bad people. Not just that, that's why he wasn't really fucking with her with this death, because it's the past, present, the spiritual ethers, which surround you spiritually, and the next one's going to be the future. So what I'm seeing here is that like he was just like done with her being crazy about money. Not just that, even possibly jewels, right? She's obsessed with like worldly things, which isn't an issue if you really think about it. Who doesn't like jewelry, right? Who doesn't like money? But I'm seeing someone here that's a little bit negative though about it. So we got to be real. It's nothing bad about wanting or desiring those things. The hell, we're human. But what I'm seeing here is a woman that might have took it to the next level. So that was a turn off to him. Not just that, they didn't really have anything that they like had in common is what I'm seeing here with this death. It's like an open field of death. Like not just that, he was ready to leave. Not just that, this woman, she's like, she believes, I don't know, like a hopeless romantic. So it's a situation where you're desiring romance, you're desiring love. Meanwhile, your house is dilapidated. Isn't that fascinating? So it's kind of just like, this is a woman that obsesses about like the story of love or like the themes of love. I don't know why it's telling me the stories. So it's kind of just like, I don't know. So in this point, I brought up anniversary. You see, I was on something spiritual. I was getting something. It's kind of just like, oh, okay, like, this is our, I don't know how long they've been together, right? So let me just say something crazy, even if they weren't together for 10 years. But this is just something I'm getting to explain the energy to you guys. Like, oh, we've been together for 10 years. So, I need like a 10 karat diamond, a 20 karat diamond, you know what I mean? For all the years we've been together. And like, she's like one of those people, like, oh, take me on a trip here. I want to like, like, why aren't we doing this? Like, why aren't you more romantic? She's one of those people where she really believes like a romantic storyline. She focuses on that. But at the same time, her head is almost in the clouds because that's cool. You can desire those things. There's nothing wrong with that. But, sometimes it's not realistic. And sometimes I have gotten clients where it's kind of like, it's nothing wrong with the guy. Like, even when they come to me, it's like, it's not, the cards don't ever show anything bad, but it's kind of just like, but he's not doing enough. They'd be like, oh, he's not doing enough. Like, is he cheating? He's not doing this. Why isn't he doing this? And oh, like, I want this, or should I leave? Should I see someone else? Like, people really sometimes are like this, right? We all have our personalities, so I'm not judging. I'm just saying like these things happen. And I'm seeing this is her problem. She's not really focused on the tangible things. She's just focused on like the themes of romance instead of really enjoying the person. Not just that, this Seven of Pentacles, it can represent like a wealthy woman, a spoiled woman, a woman that have things come to her easy. So it's kind of just like, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe she's just not realistic. She has her heads in clouds and she's not realistic. So this is his problem. This was his problem. What was her problem with him? All right. He was doing things he shouldn't have done with his dick. So he was cheating. There was a lot of cheating and shame. Okay. I don't know why he's telling me pull from this. Oh, yeah. There could have been infections in her vagina. All sorts of shit. Not just that. She's seen him as someone that didn't have any, what do you call that? Not drive, but it's almost like drive. What is the word I'm looking for? Inspiration. I don't know why I'm bad with words today. I've been like, I don't know. What is that word? Where it's kind of just like you have a drive for something, like ambitions. There we go. She felt like his ambitions was small. That was a big deal for her, especially moved on to the future. That's why she left. She was like, he has small ambitions. Not just that, his dick was an issue again. This Ace of Wands representing the penis. It's a phallic energy. She let a lot of things slide and act like she didn't see it, but it caused her shame and distress. Not just that, he was bringing home things sexually to her. So this man, he's not innocent. Not just that, her biggest issue, though, was that he didn't have any drive. Like, he didn't have any big ambitions, I should say, excuse me. Big ambitions. His ambitions were small. So, wow, and energy's telling me this is really true. So, I mean, fascinating. How does this Marc guy feel about her bringing him up? What can we see? Is there anything we can see? Love and pass, moment to moment. He still cares about her to a certain extent. He's just living moment to moment. But at the same time, he feels like she's just being evil. She's just projecting shit. What's the last card? Or cards. Sometimes multiple cards come out. Are you guys enjoying this reading? I think it's very insightful and fascinating. Yeah, he just feels like it's karma too. Let me pull from, it's telling me pull from the bottom and pull from the, yeah, he feels like it's just part of the karma, it's part of the situation. The totality, it always represents an acceptance of something. It's almost just like, oh, okay, this is what it is. He knows he's not legit. So yeah, he has some love for her, is what I'm seeing here with the lovers in the past. But at the same time, currently, he knows he did fucked up shit. That's why it's kind of like moment to moment. What can he really say? In his heart, though, he knows that shit went on between them, that they're both, like, I guess, not legit. But, even though it was showing that he was cheating, I'm not going to ask if she was cheating, all that. But what I'm seeing here is that, I guess I could. Could I? No, tell me not to. So it's kind of just like, yeah, he understands the totality of the situation. He does feel like, though, she's receiving guidance, which she is. Someone's guiding her to, I guess, understand why she do what she does. But how he feels low-key is that this isn't going to progress her as far as romance. The 4 represents the home and stuff like that. He feels like it's going to cause postponement for whatever future lover she might have. Let me see. Does she still have any feelings to this? Because it shows that he does still care about her to a certain extent. Does she care about this guy, or is she just out to get him? What's going on? All right. So my nails are so short, guys. I know maybe having short nails isn't the best. Maybe it's going to damage the size of the cards, but I don't know. I have a thing with it. Like, I have to have my nails short. If they're not really short, it drives me crazy. I hate having any type of, like, even when the white line start coming, like, we're still short. I know it's like a white line there maybe, but you guys know what I mean. Like, it just makes me want to throw up. I hate that shit. Maybe it's the Venus in the first house is very anal about things for me, like hygiene and weird things, like it gets me crazy. What I'm seeing here is like, does she care about this man? The 9 of Pentacles. This is an interesting 9 of Pentacles. I don't know why he's telling me effeminate. So I don't know nothing about this Marc Anthony at all. So let me just say, I don't know. That's just what I'm getting. Because there's another card with this guy. I think it's the 3 of... either it's the Three of Pentacles or Three of Cups, and he's like with two other dudes, and it's like almost like gay energy, no, low key, right? And no offense, but I don't know. It's telling me that he's effeminate. What else can we see? Not just that, he was bad. He was talking down to her, so she remembers that shit. So this isn't a good guy, guys. I don't know what he did, but I'm seeing that he was talking a lot of shit to her, talking down to her, and talking bad. What else can we see? Okay, it's telling me, get that? Yeah, it was nothing but conflict. It was nothing but conflict. And I don't know if he's been trying to turn the kids against his mom, or there's something going on, or she's trying to turn the kids against him, actually. Let me scrap that. I think she's trying to turn the kids against him. So, yeah, this is actually crazy. She's trying to turn the kids against him. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot going on here. There's a lot going on here. This is giving some real life problems, right? This is shit that be happening. The Wheel of Fortune, he's just ready. I don't know why he's telling me him, even though I'm focused on her. Like, how does she feel? He's just ready for this cycle to be over. For her, it's not. A lot of this is coming from a bad place because he's a bad man. I gotta be real with you. Does she care about him or love him still? No. This is like basically like I told you earlier, a vendetta, right? Cards could have came out that spoke of love. She's saying that he's an effeminate guy. Not just that, it's almost just like, or not almost just like, but he was talking down to her, talking crazy when they were together. She hasn't forgot that. Remember how I was saying that she stored things away? Not just that, she's turning the kids against him. He's ready for this cycle to be over. He's also he's exploring his options as well. Because he doesn't want this to affect his money, his livelihood, whatever he does. I don't know if he's an actor, if he makes music. I don't know what he does. Or he could do both. Again, he's exploring his options. The Two of Pentacles represent exploring your options. Or juggling things. But it's telling me exploring options here. So, I mean, this is a fascinating energy, guys. What do you think? Am I on something? I thought this was very insightful. Take care, peace, and abundance. This was a very good reading. I enjoyed it. Bye.